Here we are, Friday Night Movie at the University of Arizona's Wonder House. And Becky, what's the most important fact about the Wonder House here at South by Southwest?
Best food in all of South by.
No question.
No question.
And the reason is right here, Chef Michael Omo.
Hello there. Just happy to be here and talk about the food a little bit.
And you're here all the way from Arizona.
Yeah.
They didn't leave anything to chance, University of Arizona. They brought
they
the
are
best
bringing
with
in
them.
their guy to guarantee the best food experience of the festival.
Yeah, I brought a couple people with me. I'm an executive sous chef and a pastry chef
Oh, wow.
to help out so we can do everything well-rounded with all different kinds of stuff to do.
And at University of Arizona, there's a lot of people there. So you're making food for a lot of people, but also very high quality food. And we've experienced that here. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and every bite is amazing. How are you able to balance the quality and the speed?
Yeah, that's a very unique question there. So we have about 45,000 students at the university and have another 15,000 faculty and staff. So we're talking about 60,000 people always on campus. We have 32 different restaurants that we offer at the university. So you can get different things from a burger to a taco to a gyro. We have sushi. We have lots of different things that you can have to offer. We have 3 all-you-care-to-eat establishments.
Oh, wow. It's my kind of fun.
We have one that's just set up to be gluten-free, vegetarian, kind of allergen-friendly, if you will. With that, and we just launched that this year. It's called Radicchio, and it's going very, very well with that.
That's great.
That's wonderful.
That's
Congratulations.
It's really
Innovative.
interesting. So University of Arizona is a great school, but food is such a great way to be inclusive. Because there are things, we're Jewish, we're not particularly kosher, but if you're
Definitely
kosher,
not kosher today.
yeah, you can't participate. If you're gluten-free, if you have allergies, our nephew is very allergic to certain things. So do you find that part of your, do you enjoy that part of your mission, that you are making people feel at home?
That's one of our goals there. We work at the student union, and the student union is basically the home away from home, or the lounge inside of the university, and we want to make people feel very comfortable with that, and to be able to give them something from home, or if they want to try something from abroad somewhere else, be able to do that also. And it's I can tell you it's super difficult to always hit all the marks for every single person, but we try really, really hard to do that.
Well, we could say you're hitting all the marks.
You're hitting
here.
all the marks here. So we do a bit on our show called Found Snacks, and what we do is we go to places and we find snacks. Now, this is we haven't really found them here. They found us.
They found us. We're going to try them.
Now, I'll tell you just my favorite dish overall was the pork wing on the first day. That was maybe one of the greatest things I've ever tasted in my entire life. It was spicy, it was sweet, it was succulent.
Yeah, that was we take a honey and a chipotle, cooked chipotle, and we blend those together. So you got that kind of hot and smoky and sweet all in one. And then we take the pork wing, which is actually a shank. It only has one bone inside of it, so it's super easy to eat. When we give it a fry to it, it almost comes like carnitas when you're all done with it.
That's that crispy outside. It's
Correct.
amazing.
And then you add that sweetness and that, and it's just fantastic. It goes great on chicken, lots of different things.
That's incredible. Well, today we're going to try some of, and each day, by the way, has been a different menu.
Yeah,
so it's not like
different
you're
menu.
recycling. Every day is a new challenge.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys.
Well, I mean, there's so much we could ask you about that. Just the fact that you've had to come up with these unique menus each day.
Yeah, and one of the things we really try to do is get it so anybody can have anything. So if you've noticed, we've had things that are vegetarian or vegan, or gluten-free, or I'll just say normal. But we did that on purpose, just because we want to make sure everybody gets the taste of it all. And it's kind of something we do all the time. It's not
That's
something
great.
that we do just unique for this. We do it all the time, every day.
That's amazing. Okay, so what are
Can we eat?
What
Can
are
we
we
eat?
finding today? What are our found snacks today? What is this guy here? Or look at this. I mean, this is how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
Don't drop it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the pork wings. So that's the shank. This is the upper part of the shank. So it's has one big giant kind of piece of meat there that's been braised, and then it's been deep fried to get the really crispiness to it all. So it's just like a carnitas, right?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and taste it in
All
front
right.
of you. I have high expectations because you set them already.
Yeah, it should just fall right off the bone too.
Oh.
So,
It's perfect.
yeah.
It's perfect. Oh my gosh.
Crispy on the outside, melts on your mouth on the inside.
Melty on the inside. So you slow cook it and then fry it? Or?
Yeah, so what it is basically it's braised to really break down the collagen inside of it and to make it super tender. And then we basically freeze it to kind of reset it again.
Really?
And then we go ahead and flash it, and then we fry it and it makes it really crispy on the outside. So basically the same way you do carnitas anyways. It would be the exact same way.
I don't know. I never made carnitas, so
Well,
it's good to know.
this is incredible.
But it's also fun because it's on the bone, so you can pick it up with your fingers and eat it very easily. And because there's only one bone, there's no tendons or anything inside of it, and it's very easy to eat.
You're
I
right
have
there.
a question. No, I have a question.
All right.
Serving in this environment where it's all handheld food, you got to also be thinking about that, right?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Things that people could be having as little bites, but this is also fueling you, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And just like a straight protein
Well, this is
shot.
straight protein. I'm supposed to eat a lot of protein in my diet, and boom. I heard the other day there was a guy on stage. I don't want to mess with his credentials, but he was like knocking eating a lot of protein. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm here for the protein.
Yeah, we were actually doing a plant-based style protein there with garbanzo beans and things like that.
Those sounded amazing.
Yeah, so
That's more my style. What I'm going to say is that I really don't eat a lot of meat. It's probably the smallest fraction of my diet is animal protein that's meat, you know?
Sure.
So if I'm eating this and I'm savoring every bite and this is blowing me away, that's how you know. That's how you know it's extra good.
Yeah.
Now-
it's like, for me, a special meat treat.
Now, what do we have
I don't
here?
crave it much.
So that is a bacon wrap measurable date.
Ah.
So measurable dates are the larger dates that you find. We've actually cut those in half. And
Wow.
we have a piece of smoked bacon around the outside of it, so you're gonna get a really like a salty, sweet.
That's
kind of-
salty sweet.
But
Yeah.
Mom always tries to make that, but with turkey bacon, and it always comes out weird when she does it.
She makes like a Jewish version.
Oh, it's not
Not good.
It's not good.
Not good.
So you notice that almost tastes like candy when you're eating it. So
It's like bacon candy. Could you get better than bacon candy?
No, bacon candy would be tops.
All right. Now we have had, now this is interesting. Right here we have some popcorn. Now Becky and I have gone to a bunch of movies because part of the film festival, and we have had popcorn in different places, and we have different opinions on the different popcorn around town. Very excited for your gourmet popcorn. What's the story with the popcorn?
So
I think it's just
this
popcorn.
this particular one is just actually a plain style popcorn, but it's made with the extra large kernel, so you can see that it's a
This
nice.
is like what you would get in a kettle corn, like
Yeah.
a good kettle corn.
So you can see how big the kernels are.
But this is also where you're going to know that it's good popcorn because there's
This
nothing to
tastes like-
hide.
Yeah.
This tastes like it's seasoned.
It's got a little bit of seasoning.
It should be just like a season like a movie popcorn you'd have. Because today it's movie night, so we're going to do something
that's
that's very,
right. Movie
very
night.
something
Yeah.
very traditional for movie night there. So
Now, is this from your pastry chef?
yes, it is. So this is the dos de leche cookie.
I already ate one of these.
Oh my goodness, this popcorn is out of this world.
Yeah, it's really good, huh?
Oh my god.
It is so good. I
I'm
can't.
so
I would
glad
eat more, but I.
we're moderating the film, the movie night. So
Okay. Perfect.
this is great.
I'm sorry. I had one of these before.
Oh, so now you're just eating it again? I didn't even
No,
try
I'm
one?
sharing it. I just while you're eating popcorn, I'm just getting a head start because I had one of these and I know how good it is, and I can't not eat it right now.
No. Okay.
So I just needed to get a head start. I'll let you have
All
your
right. So
turn.
walk us through it, Chef Elmo.
Yeah, so this is actually a shortbread cookie on the outside, and what we've done is we filled the cajete cream on the inside, which is a goat's milk caramel, is what it is. And it's
And I've had dulce de leche in a lot of different places. This one isn't overpoweringly sweet. It's just rich and delicious.
yeah, so it's actually made with the goat's milk, which is more creamy, more rich in flavor, and it's slow cooked to get that really nice caramelization inside of it.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you, before we were talking about the inclusivity on campus of really, having such a wide variety for all these, for all the students to have something that could maybe feel like home or try something new. What of yourself are you bringing into the food? Like, what's part of your story, your background? What did you grow up with?
Yeah, so I was kind of, I guess, call it a military brat because my father's in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot. So I got to experience lots of different things from all over the country and the world with that. And then when I decided to think about what I wanted to be when I grew up, right, I enjoyed cooking, and I enjoyed that instant gratification of making something and giving it to somebody, and somebody really enjoying it just like that. And my my dad always thought that was crazy to think like that, because you would want to have something that would last forever, And by doing that, I just kind of continued to work with my craft. I basically, I'll say, grew up in hotels, so I was able to work in some of the best hotels in the world, with the Peninsula, Shutters on the Beach,
Wow.
MGM Grand.
That's amazing.
I just want you to know, did you see what just happened here? She tried to eat my cookie, and even though you're talking and we're supposed to be respectful, I'm like, don't touch my cookie.
I thought I could sneak in there.
and being able to do that and work with some of the best chefs in the world was great to do also. When I was at MGM, I got to work with Joel Robuchon for almost 4 years.
Wow.
Before he passed, and was able to learn lots of different things from him. Tom Colicchio, Thomas Keller, a lot of different places.
Wow.
People.
These are the legends of the, these guys are just, they're legends in their craft. They're also mega stars.
Yeah.
What's that like?
No, they're all pretty much down to home, normal people. It's just, they have a lot of, I'll call it image that they put on and things like that. But most of them are pretty easy to get along with. They just like great food too, and as long as when you're working with them, you're doing that kind of a thing, and that's what you end up doing. It's a lot of the vendors and stuff that we use to get the, call it, the more special foods. They all know each other. They all know the chefs. The chefs know everybody. So it's a very small community at that point. And what we did is, when we come to the university, I really wanted to bring it to a whole nother level, and really have it so you're getting the best food possible at the university at the same time, for the reduced price that we charge for all the students there too.
If this is any indication. So here we are, in the end of the day, we are a pop culture podcast, right? Movies and pop culture and television.
Sure.
So I need to ask you some food chef related questions.
All right.
The first one, have you seen The Bear?
I have seen The Bear.
And what did you? I know a lot of people who work in restaurants and food and that can't watch it. It makes them anxious.
I have to say that it's pretty true. What you see there is what actually happens in the kitchen a little bit. He definitely is able to control his anger a little bit better than I would say most chefs do.
Okay.
But he also understands what it was like, probably, in those battle moments at the same time, and it's a very, I would say, true story about what's going on. So
that's fantastic. And do you have a favorite food moment in film or movies or television?
I think there's so many cool things that the food that puts in the films. Like watching Ratatouille and watching how
we love that's a favorite in my house, an absolute favorite.
Coming up with different things, pulling his hair to make them do different stuff, and it's funny. It's all classical cooking that they're doing inside of that, so it's not like it's not real. It's just you may not have heard the terms and stuff like that you're hearing with those things. When you think about like The Godfather and they're eating all the foods and stuff like that. Those are all fun, again, dishes that are really traditional dishes that you would have in a big family, and you would sit down together and have all those type of things. So that's the part I think is really neat, that the films really do a good job with that, to try to make it as authentic as possible.
Well, that's amazing, and we are so grateful for your food. We are so grateful for your company, Chef Michael Omo of the University of Arizona. You're a gentleman, you're an artist, and thank you so much for being with us here.
I appreciate being here too. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.